Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Hey, Teresa. Good afternoon, beautiful. Good afternoon. Y'all see, because Taco fell up those stairs of Air Force One. Next logical step. He has the catheter bag, taped to his leg, the little Capri Sun bag on his leg. He had the bruise on his arm. He fell up the stairs. So now the White House is taking the necessary precautions. I told y'all a lift was next. And y'all know how slow they move. Hey, Kimberly. Good afternoon, beautiful. You know how slow those lifts moved. You just got to sit there and look at the press the whole time as riding up the side of Air Force One. Chill. This is what happens when you have somebody extremely old in the job of president. No, it's not real. It's satire. It's not real. But quiet is kept. It may be real at some point that Trump's going to need a lift up the stairs of Air Force One. It's either that or he doesn't fly anymore. And we know he's going to fly because he always wants to go back to Florida every weekend. So we don't have many options. But think about it. He already fell. He had a bruise on his hand that they never explained. He fell up the stairs the other day. The catheter bag, the little Capri Sun bag that's taped to his leg. It's just the natural progression. Next up is the Acorn lift. Hey, Sith Babe. Good afternoon, beautiful. Hey, Maribel. Good afternoon, beautiful. It would be a great idea, wouldn't it, Love Self? It absolutely would. Hey, Wolf with Wings. And Sith Babe, I think I said hello to you, sweetie, but I wanted to make sure I did again. If I wasn't sure. Hey. How's it going for you, Wolf with Wings? But I tell you, this is the next natural progression for the president, is it not? I think it's fair for Americans to have a discussion about Donald Trump's age. It was a discussion that they wanted to have, that we did have. Even when people didn't want to have the discussion about Joe Biden's age, you still needed to have the discussion. Hey, Jersey Rican, good afternoon, beautiful. You still needed to have the discussion. So we need to have the same discussion about Donald Trump. The man's 78 and not a healthy 78. Yeah, we're in full dictatorship mode. But again, we are, but we aren't. Because again, it all comes down to you, the people, we, the people. None of this happens if we allow it to happen. That's the catch. Somewhere along the way, the 99.9 forgot that it's more of us than it is of them. And you gave up your power. You gave up your power. You allowed your government to miseducate you, undereducate you, so you wouldn't even have any idea of a lot of the pushback that Americans have done for hundreds of years, for many different things. But all of a sudden now, you're on your devices too much. You can take collective sick days for economic blackouts, but you also need to hold your elected officials accountable. Hey, Oscar, that's those other Air Force Ones. What Nelly used to say, wasn't it? Air Force Ones. This the other Air Force Ones. They move real slow and have a cushioned seat. Catch it. And thank you all for joining this afternoon. Thank you if you can hit that like button and tap that share button for me. And with the share button, copy link counts as a share. Thank you so much. But we need to address Trump's health. He's 78. A term for a president is 4 years. Can this man actually make it 4 years? He hasn't even been in office a year. He's already fallen in public. So you know if he's falling in public, he's fallen plenty of times at the White House. Probably done got that orange bronzer all upside those walls that belong to us. Catch it. And then we got to pay to repaint the wall. All that stuff. Nobody's addressing all of that. We need to address the fact that our president is 78 years old. Trump is 78 years old. I'm going to say it again. 78. Eats McDonald's every day. Doesn't work out. Y'all tell me how healthy he would be at 78. Because at this point, the only reason why he looks, kind of the way he do, which isn't all that great if you catch the right view, right? Because see, I'm going to show you another view. Because somebody said to me earlier in here, they said, oh, that's not a real picture. And so I showed another picture. Look at that. Look at those jowls. Look at that. Look at that. So he eats McDonald's every day. Every day he eats McDonald's, right? Doesn't work out. Doesn't do anything physical. Doesn't do anything physical. But they say, hey, Mr. Wonderful, I'm old enough for the block finger to work. Bye. Toodles. People, yeah, you ain't never lied. They are built different. He's built different. What they say? You shake funny. Catch it. Trump is certainly built different. And quiet as kept, those born during the Great Depression weren't the only ones built funny. Elon Musk is built funny. He wasn't born during the Depression. That Cybertruck is built just like Elon Musk when he stands up straight. Y'all ain't paying attention. Pay attention. Listen. Oh yeah, no, I understand as far as being the fortitude and toughness. The problem is, grandma might have did all of that stuff, Silk Babe, but your grandma didn't eat McDonald's every day. That's the difference. Your grandmama was eating home-cooked meals. You understand where I'm coming from? Stuff that she was cooking. Because my great-grandmother lived to 98. You feel me? But she was growing her own food, taking care of her own animals, if you understand where I'm coming from. That's a big part of it. But she dipped snuff every day. But she also had all that other stuff, and she didn't drink tap water. Because she said tap water would kill you. So she only drank water from the mountain. I remember we'd go once a month with my grandma and my great uncle. And we would have to ride to the mountain in North Carolina, because this was down in North Carolina, and grandma would fill up all these jugs with spring water. But she ain't drink no tap water at all. Yep, water from the mountain, child. That's why I say when y'all buy that spring water in the store, that shit ain't spring water. Let me tell you something. Mountain spring water, you can taste it. It just tastes different. Not that it has a taste, but it has a taste. If that's the best way that I can explain it. You just got to taste it. You understand? Oh, your grandma's 94, Maribel. Wow, that's beautiful. Yeah, maybe that's what it is, the trace minerals. But that's what you taste with that water. That's what you taste. You don't taste that in the bottled water that you buy at the store. Frankly, the closest that you kind of get to it in a bottled water is that Fiji water. That's the closest you kind of get to spring water taste to me. Outside of that, all the other ones just taste like regular water. But they don't taste like spring water. So when I see that shit, I'm always like, get out of here. Get out of here. Hey, how you doing, Rob? Good afternoon, handsome. Yeah, Fiji tastes the closest to a mineral spring water. But even down here where I live, there is a place where you can go to get, well water or spring water from the creeks and all that other stuff. And people, you ride by there any time of day, people are out there with jugs getting that water. Because that's some great tasting water. Yep, you said you remember when your parents got money for water. Yep, exactly. You mean he slightly slipped and caught? No, he didn't slightly slip. He bust his ass. Look, let's roll that beautiful bean footage again, just in case anybody is unclear. See, look, he bust his ass. He fell up the stairs, and you know why it happened, right? You know why it happened. What they say. Blah, 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 blah. Bye. They big mad. Was that gravity? Oh, yeah. Well, when your diaper's full, it will pull you down. Listen. Yeah. When your diaper's full, it will pull you down. I guarantee. Oh, now you want Taco Bell? Don't we all? What you're looking at, ladies and gentlemen, is a soft taco. Okay? Because somebody made the mistake earlier, asked me, they said, that taco's going to break up when it fell. Oh, no. That's a soft taco. At bare minimum, the only thing you heard, what did I tell y'all? He has a Capri Sun already taped to his leg. So when he fell, what you heard was, You heard all that liquid. All that Make America Great Again juice. That's why I say we need to talk about Trump's age. We certainly need to talk about his age. Because if it was anybody else, this guy would be running his mouth. Remember, the White House lied to us in January. I already knew they were lying. Hey, Lori, I already knew they were lying. When they said, oh, the president's 6'3", 230 pounds. Where? Mars? Jupiter? Saturn? Not on fucking Earth. Not on Earth. You a lie. You're a lie. And then still lying and saying he's the fittest president that we've ever had in history. You're another lie. You're another lie. Come on now. Come on now. This is the delusion. Oh, yeah, he wears heels. He wears lifts in his shoes, too. Catch it. That's why he always leaning forward like that. Like you're about to take flight and shit. I'm always like, he act like he about to shoot off into the sky somewhere. Every time. Why? He wears lifts in his shoes. So it can help him. Oh, yeah. Obama, he wants swag like Obama. That's why he tried to run up those stairs. See, he tried to run up those stairs like Pence. Remember when Pence ran up the stairs? But he fell? Yeah, he tripped. But he was at least right at the top. You feel me? Trump wasn't even going that fast when he attempted to go up the stairs and he fell. I'm telling you, it's just a matter of time for an acorn lift is on those Air Force One stairs. How else you going to get him in there? They ain't going to lift him. Shall. They ain't going to lift him. So how else? What, you going to put him in the cargo area of the plane and then lift him up from below? What? Yeah, let's talk about it. I don't feel any shame about talking about Trump at this point. I'm going to show you. Let's look at the evidence proving yet again. Because then I want to tell you about some stuff I saw that I read about today that y'all need to know about. Remember when he had the bruise on his hand? That was the first thing that happened. The bruise on the hand that the White House did not explain to us. They didn't tell us why Trump had a bruise on his hand whatsoever. They didn't say that he had received any medical care that was due to medical care. Nothing, right? Not a word, right? I figured the same thing, Sinopa, but they didn't say nothing. Yep. Mitch McConnell, and Mitch stay falling down. Chill. Chill. Y'all ever had y'all Mitch McConnell moments? I'm so wrong for thinking this, but I don't give a damn. Y'all ever had y'all Mitch McConnell moment where you just sit there, you just like, the screen was not frozen. I was. Catch it. Man, Mitch, listen, at that point, Mitch was weekend at Bernie's, okay? He was weekend at Bernie's. They just walked him off. They just walked him off. They said, come on, Pawpaw, let's just go and take a nap. Let's go sit down. Let's go and have a seat. Well, that'll happen when you should have been out of that damn job. Talking about now he's not going to run for re-election. Well, no shit, Sherlock. You 80-something years old. I would hope you wouldn't run for re-election again. Thank you. Because you really aren't in touch with what... I can't imagine that Mitch McConnell... Okay, I'm going to give you guys a great example about understanding age and people who take care of themselves and people who don't. Sam Jackson is... Let me look it up. I think he's 70... I know he's 73 or 70 something. He ain't too far off the age of Trump. But he takes care of himself. That's the difference. That's the inherent difference. Y'all get it? That's the inherent difference. Trump doesn't take care of himself. He just has access to money and resources. Hair plugs, tanner, concealer, eyeliner. Let me see. He said his dad lived. Oh, wow. I mean, but I done told y'all, Evil curates. Let me see. How old is Sam Jackson? Because I just saw something with Sam Jackson earlier, and he said how old he was, but I forgot. How old is Sam Jackson? Sam Jackson. Okay, he's 76 years old. Sam Jackson is 2 years younger than Donald Trump. I'm going to say it again. He's 76 years old, Sam Jackson. He's 2 years younger than Donald Trump. Let's roll the bean footage again. I got to go back to that one. Let's roll the bean footage again. Now, that's his side view. Sam Jackson is 2 years younger. Exactly. He looks 10 years younger. That's why I said he talks a lot of shit, but people like this talk so much stuff because they're insecure. They're insecure. If he didn't have money and power, women wouldn't be looking at him anyway. He only has the wife that he has because she needed her citizenship. Let's just keep it all the way a buck. The first lady needed her citizenship. She overstayed her visa. She came here on an Einstein visa and overstayed it. Technically, she stayed here illegally. Yep. And in turn, and awake, and you know what I pray for? I pray for my block finger. And Republican Jesus just answered my prayers. Bye. Hey, Bertha. I told y'all, conservatives, you can come in. I don't mind. But I operate just like y'all. This democracy, ain't no democracy, republic of me, fuck your feelings. I don't care about nothing. I'm excited that there's no FEMA. Honey, am I not excited? Anybody, if you've been coming to my lives, you know that I'm excited. You know that I'm looking forward to conservatives suffering while Trump golfs. Oh, wanted to tell y'all, it looks like the president's parade may get canceled Saturday. What they say. Isn't that something? Yeah, that's what the red states voted for. That's nice to say you must be anti-American. No, just anti-having old-ass people with diapers in presidency. Bye. He was coming in here all spicy. I don't like no sassy men now. I don't like sassy men. But listen, his parade is going to be canceled Saturday. They're saying they're considering canceling it because we're supposed to have thunderstorms Saturday. And Trump doesn't like the rain. Now, I got a question for y'all. Why do you think he doesn't like the rain? Because he's wearing fucking makeup. Like I told y'all, gender affirming care is not waterproof. Bruh don't want to start running that orange paint all down his jacket and collar of his shirt. He don't like the rain. A lot of the money's already been spent, Betty. But he doesn't like rain. Trump don't like the rain at all, and he don't like the cold. Why? He old. It make his bones hurt. Catch it. That's why we need to keep these geriatric people out of office. Old people want to sit in office and then dictate to all the rest of us how we need to work harder. When their entire existence for like the first 50 years of their life was government helping them throughout their life in some capacity. But then they stopped government from helping the rest of us in any capacity. In any capacity. Oh, we know the hair plugs can't get wet, beloved. Listen, they comb that hair very strategically. He ain't got no edges, catch it. He don't have no edges, honey. None. None. And you know what I'm going to send him for Christmas? I'm going to send the president. You know how they sell it? I can see it now. At the beauty supply store, you know how they sell those packs of edges that you can get? You can buy the pack of edges to stick on. I'm going to send him a pack of edges because chill. He ain't got no edges. And the way they comb it, that hair is very thin. Very thin. Okay? You can see what he's contemplating, his thoughts, his plans, and his intentions. Honey. Listen, he is the definition of let me see what's on your mind. Okay? Oh, there's my other shoe. I'm like, listen, he talks about everybody. So I'm like, let's roast his ass too. Let's roast Trump's ass too. Because he talks about everyone. It's fine time we start talking about him. Can you see what's on my mind? Yes, you can. I'm going to tell you what I see. I see a block in your future. Bye. Look at there. You ask and you shall receive. I am all for giving the people what they want. Catch it. Hey. Y'all gonna learn. Y'all gonna learn. That ear did heal up fine. Didn't he say he heals quick? So this is my question. Riddle me this, Batman. How come his ear healed so fast, but that little bruise on his hand with whatever happened didn't heal that fast? How come? What was the difference? How come he healed like Wolverine when he was running for president, but when he is president, it takes forever to heal? Why is that? Yeah, because that shit was staged. That shit was staged. That was Wag the Dog if I had never seen it. I was like, oh, that shit is staged. I said it when it happened that it was staged. Bigly. Staged. All designed to make him look like some martyr. And his people bought into it. And not just his people. Some daggone liberals did too. Let me tell you, it's a lot of things going on at one time right now, right? Y'all have to understand, we got a lot of countries that already were not necessarily allies, but we were cordial, right? And we know that we're not allies of one another, but we're cordial. And those countries are constantly trying different types of things to get at us, to make us weaker as a nation, right? And the internet is one of those things that makes it a lot easier, right? Because if you're a country and you put the resources in place, you can funnel so many things out there into the internet. The internet is a free and open place pretty much in America, right? You can read anything, access anything. That's what freedom is all about, right? We love that. But with freedom comes responsibility too, right? And what happens is these foreign adversaries, they infuse a lot of things into our media, into not just social media, our printed media, our television media, all over the place. When y'all see the media all over TV running all that footage of the shit happening in California, they want ratings, baby. They don't give a shit about what happens. Understand, the news does not care. Because they'll even gaslight you and tell you shit just to keep you watching and to get you picking sides, flip-flopping back and forth. The only side they care about is their own side. How long you watch, stay on that channel so they can make money from their advertisers. That's all they care about. I haven't talked about the tariffs yet. I'm going to talk about that. Oh, you're right. If you see something, say something. I just saw something. Bye. I don't know what that was, but I didn't like that. Because nobody's ever come in here and done that. So if you see something, say something. I just saw something too. Bye. But legacy media is slowly dying, and it feels it. It sees it because the internet has now taken more influence. Why? Because a lot of times on the internet, people are going to say what you're already saying at home anyway. That's just real shit. Sometimes the things, hey Zarvis, good afternoon, handsome. You see people online saying, now, provided they're knowledgeable about what they're talking about, many times they're saying a lot of things you were already thinking anyway, but the media won't say it because they'll only say what the copy allows them to say. Has anybody noticed they are all white and Confederate? How notice that they are all white and Confederate to the pains. I don't understand what you're saying, Red Holiday. Red Holiday. I don't understand. Yes, and please check out my Substack if you can. The link is in my bio. On my website, I'm fixing something on my website, but on Substack, it's called the No Filter Dispatch. That's what it's called. I'm going to update the link stuff on my website tonight. It's on there, but it's under the menu. If you're on your mobile device, on the left-hand side in the menu, it's called the No Filter Dispatch. I'm playing with AI in terms of updating my website, and I'll share that experience when I'm done with that. I haven't totally navigated through all of that just yet. Y'all got to understand all of this stuff. The media is playing a game. I sit up here, I watch the stuff because I want to see what they say. You understand? And they talk around stuff. They don't want to say certain things. Notice right now the media don't really talk about Trump's age. But they couldn't get enough of talking about it when it was Joe Biden. Because it was ratings for them. So they kept talking about it because it brought them ratings. They don't think talking about Trump's age is going to bring them ratings. So they don't talk about it. And by proxy, then you start to think, well, it ain't that big of a deal. It's not important because the media don't talk about it. No, it's the media picking and choosing whatever stories are going to keep money in their pocket for their big old budgets and their big old studios. Low key, do we still know about it? Oh, he's still alive. He's not in a diaper like Trump, though, and he don't have a Capri Sun taped to his leg like Trump does. When Biden walks around, you don't hear this. When Trump walks around, this is what we're hearing now. They're like, Mr. President. And then it stops. Never mind, you can go ahead. I would smell too if I had a Capri Sun stuck to my leg. I told y'all, this man can't fight for nobody because every day he's fighting his bladder and his bowels. There is no room, no strength to fight for you and me. He never intended to. Quiet as kept, I think he ran for president again just to get access to the free medical care. Catch it. Because y'all know rich people cheap. They don't want to pay for nothing. Nothing. Okay? Nothing. He talks so much shit about the government, but he'll run his ass to Walter Reed and get that free government care, though. He'll take that government care from Walter Reed, though. He'll do that. Yeah, most rich people are cheap. That's why when folks say he's not even taking a salary, first of all, as somebody who already has money, the president of the United States doesn't make as much money as you think he does. I think it's like a little over 600,000. It's not a lot of money to a guy like that. Not to a guy like that. That's not no money. So of course I'll forego my salary as long as I can get rid of everybody. Oh, 400K? Okay, that's even less. So that ain't no money to him. Okay, that's some suits. Okay. So to a guy like that, you think, okay, well, if I can get in there and push people out that are going to stop me from doing things that legally I don't have a right to do, then shit, I can make money hand over fist. And that's what Trump's doing now. He is selling access to the White House, the presidency, our country. You're less safe than you were when Trump got sworn in again the second time. And that's a fact. Trump and the Republican parties are making Americans more unsafe. And that is a fact. They make us more unsafe. Americans are less safe. We have worse education, worse health care, worse crime rates. Everything's worse because Trump is sworn in again. Because Trump and the Republican Party do not know how to govern. All they know how to do is make things worse. If you want to know why your wages haven't gone up, because people like Republicans, they love keeping wages low. Hey, storyteller, good afternoon, beautiful. Yeah, exactly. To Sith's point, Trump is playing a game with them damn tariffs. Now, I wanted to mention it because Sith asked me about this. With the tariffs, just so y'all know, to anybody who thinks we got a great deal, it's a temporary deal for 90 days. And at first we were paying 30%. Now we pay 50%. Y'all tired of winning yet? Y'all tired of winning yet? China is making Trump look like a fool. And they're going to keep dragging him. You know why? Because he was extremely disrespectful to the Chinese. And he was racist as fuck. See, you can't think that you're going to be that racist, that disrespectful, and think that people are going to not remember those things, especially when they know they have leverage over you. It's not like China needs us. Contrary to popular belief, MAGA had convinced themselves of that. Remember? China needs us. China's going to come crawling back to the negotiation table to talk to our president because we're going to make America great again and bring manufacturing back to America. And did none of those things. None of those things. If China showed up tomorrow and knocked on our door and said, yo, bitch, run me all my money. You owe me a lot of fucking money. Run me on my chips and dip right now. Oh, you think it's bad? Oh, it get real bad. They own us. Oh, I'm not protesting. But for those who want to go to a protest, somebody's having one on Saturday. What they say? I'm cooking rice. I'm not going to the protest. Oh, I know you going. I'm just saying I'm not going to no protest. I protested November 5th. Chill. Yeah, nobody wants our food actually in America because in other countries because it's full of chemicals. It's full of chemicals. It says, remember when I said I paid $600 for my break? Ooh, $800 now. Ooh, child. Somebody's watching Prank Dry Saturday. Not a protest. It is a riot. Really? Oh, well, I wouldn't want you to be a part of that. Bye. Nobody cares. Like what? I didn't vote. I'm not protesting. Well, I did vote, but I'm still not protesting. You should vote. And that's the bottom line. You really should vote. Because when you don't vote, then you really can't complain about the government that you have. Oh, you said not for him. Okay. But when people, I don't like the people that don't vote at all, though. I find that interesting because those people tend to be the loudest. Oh, you voted for Harris, Shy. I feel you. But the people who are the loudest are the people who didn't vote at all. But understand that Trump is going to spend these next 4 years trying to market everything he can to the American people. Y'all need to understand this. He's going to spend the next 4 years he already tried to lie to you and tell you he was ready for the NFL. That physically he was fit for it. But we know right now, the only thing he's fit for is sitting all the way down. That's it. He's only fit to do that. You're staying on this Saturday watching movies and gardening? Yeah. Yep. I understand if you're gonna do that. You see it. The little acorn. I wonder how much it's gonna set us back when they install that acorn lift on those stairs. I'm telling y'all. It's gonna be bad. Now I want to tell y'all some updates on some things. So that if you know some people that may be impacted by this, but you need to understand what your government is doing. Because they're doing a lot of things with your tax dollars that I'm sure you don't agree with, but they're doing it anyway. The National Guard that they sent to LA, they didn't even pay them. That's first thing. Then old Taco man, Taco Trump, he's flipping again. Now he says, when it comes to the deportations, he's going to make exceptions for farm and hotel workers. So, it's too late. If I was an immigrant and I didn't have my papers, or I had some family members that didn't, but I had my papers, honestly, I would just move to another country and leave here. This place is not good for immigrants. America's not nice to immigrants. America has too much racism. It's leaned into its white supremacy too much right now. And that's going to take a long time. And understand this is happening because folks are worried about becoming the minority. The same people who claim minorities get everything for free. Remember, y'all, we get everything for free. You're right. Coming to America is not a right. I just wish that Christopher Columbus thought that long time ago. Catch it. Bye. Ain't that funny to watch colonizers say that shit? Coming to America ain't a right. You should have told Christopher Columbus. Like, the fuck? Are you serious? The nerve. Like, come on. Just tell me you don't know the history of your country without telling me you don't know the history of your own fucking country. Like, seriously. It's like me going to Mexico and then telling them I discovered it. Hey, this is my country now. I discovered this. And it's already people there with a whole culture, whole community, whole lifestyle, whole like interworkings, whole societies. But magically when you showed up, that's when you decided that it existed. Man, get the fuck out of here. That's clown shit. That's clown shit. And we're just not standing for that anymore because we know the truth. Exactly. The hypocrisy of colonizers. That's why I don't even listen to the shit. I'm like, get out of here with that. Miss me with it. Nobody has a right to be here. You're right. You're one of them. The fuck? What do I think about Gulf of America? I think it's clown shit. Nobody else pays attention to it. Everybody else knows it's Gulf of Mexico. Only old people hanging on to shit like that. That's it. That's just old people shit. I'm being honest. It's just old people shit. Think about it. He almost 80. It's old people shit. He thinks it's like cute. I bet you. He think he came up with something. Gulf of Americas. Stupid shit. Stupid shit. And the people who support him, they think that's a win. While they're still trying to figure out how they're going to keep them lights on this month. Okay. Thank you so much, Cindy. Thank you so much. Yeah, he thinks, but Trump, I'm not saying Trump is dumb or that he's even stupid, more so than he has an ego. And his ego and his arrogance, a lot of times, stand in the way of him making decisions that make sense. I'm going to say it like that. Because he's not stupid and he's not dumb. But I'm no Trumper, but he ain't stupid and he ain't dumb, but he's arrogant and his ego is big. And those two things tend to blind him, and he ends up doing silly things or saying silly things. That's what I think. Thank you so much, storyteller. Black people, black folks, this ain't our fight. That's why I'm chilling. I'm chilling. We told folks what it would be. The reason why black folk told people what it would be is because our people have been through it, and we still go through it. We know how the system works. We know how the system works. See, I'm going to tell you something about black folk. Nobody knows their oppressor better than black people. Why? Because as a child, you are taught to know your oppressor. You are taught to know the system. You understand? You are taught to understand the system and how it works. You understand? Because it's vital to your survival. It's vital to your survival. So you are taught at a very young age about how the system works, about how you got to be twice as good. Catch it. You got to always be prepared to pivot. You got to always understand nobody going to give you nothing. People going to always look at you funny. Always this, always. You understand where I'm coming from? But you are taught and conditioned a certain way in America about how you navigate that system. If you have the right people around you, they've taught you how to do that. Right? And they've taught you how it works. But now we're getting into this this place where so many people didn't want to listen to us when we were telling them. And just because, what did my mother used to say? What she said, your lack of preparation does not require an emergency on my part. And that's real shit. I told you what to do. You didn't do it. It's not my responsibility to rush to save you now because you chose not to do it. They were there for Obama and not for Kamala because the country's markedly different than it was when Obama came into office. Y'all don't remember what the country was like before Obama. We had Bush too. And at first, America loved Bush too. Until they realized that we didn't need to do that invasion in Iraq. Then they didn't like Bush too. Then it became this hard swing to go left for the country. The country does this back and forth teetering thing. That's why I said it's like we're on the Titanic. But this time we might sink the ship. Before we've never sunk the ship. But this time we may very well sink the ship. But I'm telling you, when Bush 2 was there, people were upset towards the end of his second term with Bush 2 because the economy was mucked up. It was all types of stuff was happening. And so because of that happened, the country swung hard left. And they actually liked Obama. And they liked him so much, they reelected him a second time. It wasn't even close. Obama won convincingly his second time as well. Yeah, them WMDs did a big part on why Bush lost. That was a big part on why Bush lost. I mean, not Bush lost, but why a Republican couldn't come after that. McCain or Romney. America wasn't ready for that. Then, after having Obama for 8 years, understand that triggered something in America, in a portion of America that leans heavily into white supremacy. It triggered them. It triggered them because it made them go, oh shit, they're making progress. And understand the logic. If they, meaning black people, are making progress, everybody's making progress. Women, all other ethnicities. Think about it. All different classes economically. This machine don't like that. Negative. So we got to keep leaning into what we got to roll it back. So now the country swung hard right after Obama, and we got Trump. Then after they did that hard right swing, it went a little too far. So they went left again. They went to Biden. Then they're right back swinging hard right again. They're right back in Trumpism again. And a big part of why this is happening is the internet. Because rich people are investing in bots and platforms and all these things to influence people to vote against their own interests. There's a lot of money for rich people to make in convincing you to continue to put people in office that actually work for rich people. They don't work for you at all. But rich people know your vote counts. Those people can't get those jobs if you don't go into those jobs. It gave Biden. No, I don't agree with that, Sith Babe. Honestly, Obama couldn't prosecute Bush. I don't think that Obama should have prosecuted Bush. I don't think he should have. So I think that was the right decision by Obama. I think with Biden, I think that it was a mistake that his administration did not go hardcore after him. The reason why I say no, the country shouldn't have, another administration shouldn't have gone after Bush for war crimes. If war crimes were going to happen, it should have happened on an international level. I don't agree with that. I'm just being honest. I feel you that Bush should have gone to jail. I feel you, but that wouldn't have been the right move, honestly. You think they mad now? Shit, they would have really been like on 1,000. But certainly a recommendation for the international courts to deal with it and to deal with Bush in that regard. Now, I'll say this. Biden fucked up when he didn't make sure that Trump got prosecuted in his 4 years. And his zest to look impartial, and I get it, because technically the Justice Department is not the president's lawyer. That's not what that is. The Justice Department, those are our lawyers. Those people work for America. You understand? They work for America. And Garland dropped the ball, frankly. I felt like he just didn't move fast enough. Honestly, they did not bank on Trump winning again. They didn't bank on it. But the problem is they weren't paying attention that all of the money that is infused into politics, all the money that pushes stuff to these platforms to indoctrinate people. Hey, Tonton. Hey, handsome. Good evening. But all the stuff to indoctrinate people, folks wasn't paying attention to that. All it takes for you to look at one video with some foolishness, and the system is going to keep feeding you that shit, no matter what platform you're on. So you need to be mindful about your engagement, because what you watch is what it's going to feed you. Even if you only look at it for a hot second, it will feed you that shit if you keep looking at it. Whether it's TikTok, YouTube, Blue Sky, Twitter, wherever you are, you got to be very clear about interacting with that tool to say what you want to see and what you don't want to see. But I'm telling you, and the rich people are going to go even harder because they're concerned. They're concerned because, see, you done realized. Y'all starting to wake up. And see, there's still an attack on wokeism, because conservatives say there's something wrong with being woke. Well, you only have two options. I would tell you this. I'll let you make the decision for yourself. Would you, if you were sitting in a strange place with people you didn't know and you had a pocket full of money, would you rather be woke or doing the American dream, i.e. sleep? I don't know about you, but my ass would rather be woke. So I don't have a desire to be a part of the American dream, because the American dream requires me to be sleepy and let these damn people pick my pockets. And I'm not going to do that. I won't do that. So that's why I'm telling y'all to wake up. It is a game that they've been playing with each and every one of our lives, and they're going to keep on playing the game if you let them keep playing it. If you let them keep playing it. That's why y'all hear me come in these lives and yesterday and today, harping on Trump's fucking age. And I'm going to stay sticking on that age, because it's an even bigger discussion of not just the presidency, but Congress, and having all these damn old people tell us what to do. I'm sick of it. I've had enough of them dictating to the rest of us while they hoard all the money, hoard all the resources. Enough's enough. We have to change it. Because what did I tell you? As soon as you start to change it, the system changes. See, under Obama, a lot of change happened. The system saw that shit. The powers that be, we gotta start switching it up. These people getting too far fucking ahead. They buying homes and shit, starting businesses, getting educations. They got other options. They're not working any low-wage job they find. They got options. The system don't like it when you got options. The system wants your only option to be the option that they give you. Anything else is a threat to the system. I told you, if you've seen The Matrix, you need to watch it again. It's a metaphor for your life. It's a metaphor for your life. And you got to ask yourself, where are you in that? Are you asleep? Are you awake? Are you aware of what's even happening? And where you fall in it? You need to know. We need term limits, but we ain't getting term limits because them old people, listen, let me tell you one of the easiest jobs in America, and I'm going to say it and keep on saying it, if you want a raise, is to run for Congress. You're going to get six-figure salary, almost $200,000 a year, to sit on your ass and barely do anything. Hey, Corey, good afternoon, handsome. Barely do anything. That's why and those same people will come to your community and say government don't work for you. You know what you need to say next time? Shit, it worked for you. You make six figures and you barely work. You're right. It doesn't work for me, but it sure as hell work for your ass. How about you quit that job and come out here and get a regular job like the rest of us? Because it seems like all you ever do is come back here and tell us about how government ain't working, which is interesting because you work there. So if it ain't working, then what the hell are you doing all day? Those are the questions you need to be asking your elected officials. Y'all been letting them get away with too much. Absolutely, they need term limits. And while you're talking to people that are running for office, you need to talk to them about that. Are you going to push for term limits? Because as much as I like you, I don't want you going to Washington and staying there for 50 years. And not allow them to hem and haw on it too. And then if they get elected into office and they don't get some help to get term limits in place, don't keep them there. Don't vote them back in. It said AIPAC and Elon made sure to get Trump again. Sure did. Sure did. And like I told y'all, let me tell you the most ironic part that y'all don't even realize. Your government looks at you in the face and they tell you, hey, we can't afford free college, affordable housing, none of those things. Job training in America. America don't have enough money than that. But America sends enough money to Israel, right? They send billions of dollars to Israel every year. And guess what? Israel takes a lot of that money. They offer free college educations, job training, affordable housing. The very things that your own government tells you they can't use your tax dollars to do. They give your tax dollars to another country to do for their citizens. America can do it for you. It don't want to. It likes your suffering. Your suffering is so entertaining to them. Your suffering is a feature of the design. Hell, when these big, powerful leaders in America are making deals all across the globe, they're saying, look how hard our workers work. They'll sacrifice everything for you. They'll sacrifice their families, their health, their wellness, their well-being, everything to work. As long as you got a job, they'll do it. Tell me what you need. We'll do it. Yep, it's cheaper for us to suffer to these people. Yep, and suffering makes them richer. But we don't have to suffer, y'all. So I'm telling you what you can do. You can run for office. Yeah, you can run for office. You can support somebody that's running for office that aligns with your values and the policies that you want and like in place. But you also got to hold them accountable if they win and stay on their ass. See, that's the other problem. See, America, we got to take responsibility for the government we have. Trump didn't happen by accident. The Republican Party didn't happen by accident. It happened because people took their eye off the ball. At some point, y'all was too cool and too busy to care about what was happening in your government. And now your government is screwing you over big time because you stopped paying attention. But you know who was paying attention? Rich people. Oh, they stayed paying attention to government because they're going to use government to their advantage. They're going to pay for the connections and the leverage that they need to get the things that they want. We have the same power. We don't even need money. We have volume. We have numbers. You can't run from me because you live in my district. You got to come home sometime energy. That's who we are. You can go to Washington, but your ass got to come home sometime, boo. I'm going to see you at some point, baby. And you're going to have to answer some fucking questions. You're going to need this job again at some point, and you're going to be begging my ass for a vote. So at some point, you're going to have to talk to me. You're going to have to deal with me. That's how we need to think. Yeah, and we have to get rid of money in politics. I told you guys, Citizens United was the worst thing that ever happened to America. Because Citizens United gave rich people, gave businesses more power over our lives than we have. Y'all don't want, and some of you may go, well, how? Think about it. If corporations are people too, and corporations are worth more money, who you think rich and powerful people going to listen to first? Us or corporations? Come on, that's an easy layup. Who would you listen to first? Let's keep it all way a buck. Because a lot of people that I say this stuff to don't want to listen to me because I'm not rich. I guess if I was rich, they would believe me. Hell, because Dave Chappelle tells people, shit, rich people don't care about you. And that's a rich man telling you. That's a rich man telling you. But they believe it when he says it. You need to believe it when somebody else tells you that sees it. It don't take a rocket scientist to see what's happening here and how things have changed. It's also because Americans became so enamored with luxury. Everybody wants a luxury life. Think about that shit. Everybody wants fucking luxury. Luxury car, luxury condo, luxury apartment, luxury house, luxurious clothing. You understand where I'm coming from? Everybody wants something luxurious. What happened to being comfortable? Whatever happened to having what you needed? All of a sudden, everything it became about being extra extravagant. We lost who we were and we got caught up in the consumerism and kept feeding the machine, and rich people were feeding us too. You need this. You want this. Yep, all that excess. And see, y'all will look at rich people and say, I can't believe they have 20 bathrooms in their home. But you got 10 TVs in your house, but only got 4 bedrooms. Who are you to judge? You're in excess your damn self. The difference between your excess and their excess is they can afford it. That's the difference. That is the difference. When y'all, next time, like after the live today, turn on your television but mute the sound. And look at all the commercials trying to sell you shit all the time. And what they try to sell you all depends on the time of day that you watch. All depends on the time of day. Early morning shit, you're going to see more medical shit, car things, stuff like that. Midday, they tend to chase the seniors. So medications, what do you call it? Medicare scooters, will help you get your scooter. That's midday, Evening, it's the let me sell you and all this other stuff, the car commercials, the services. You understand? Y'all got to pay attention. It's all a business. This is why I told you, when you go in the store with your cell phone, you're telling them all the information they need to know. This is how they're able to feed you shit on your cell phone after you leave that store. Stop taking your cell phone in places it don't need to be. Because it's a tracker. It's a beacon. It's a way for them to... And not only do they know what store you were in, they know how long you were in each section. How long you hung out in produce. How long you hung out over in dairy. They know these things. And they know these things because you're giving them the information. That's one of the things I loved about Andrew Yang when he was running for president. And I still firmly believe it. Data is power and data is money. All of these corporations are collecting our data constantly. Constantly. And we're not being compensated for any of it. Not only are they collecting our data, they're collecting it and they're selling it. But we get nothing for any of that data. Nothing for it. We don't get nothing. Hey, good afternoon, dumplings. We should get compensated for our data. Yep. Because if you're going to make all of that money off of selling our data profiles to different data brokers, we should be able to get paid and compensated from that. You said during an hour block of TV, there's a lot of commercials. A lot of commercials. Because they're going to sell you. What do I tell y'all? From the time you get up to the time you go to bed, it is the world's job to try to get your money. That's their entire focus. How can I get your money? AI learns for you for free, but you can learn a lot from AI for free. That's a great segue because I want to take these last few minutes to talk to y'all about something. Because we're going to do an AI show at the end of the month. Let's do it at like the last, I'm going to tell y'all a date right now. We're going to pick a date to do that, pick a date to do the AI show. And there's a reason why, because I want to show y'all how to do something that y'all need to be doing. Again, I'm telling y'all, this is that gold rush time. And if you're not using AI to your advantage, let's do June 29th. No. June 30th. Yeah, we're going to do June 30th. That's a Monday. We're going to talk about AI. And I'm going to tell you why. Because, okay, now, I don't know how many of you make content on here or whatever social media apps you make content on, right? But, okay, so I make content. And, of course, I get collaboration suggestions, invites all the time. And I'm going to be honest. I like to be honest and transparent with you guys. At first, because I was so thirsty and hungry to make money on TikTok. Because, you see all the videos on TikTok. Make money on TikTok, make money on TikTok. So you're so thirsty and hungry. You want to make money like you see the people making. So I was like, I'll just take advantage of these free products they're going to send me. And I'll make ads. And so what ends up happening is you don't get any money up front. You're only going to get commissions, right? So after a while... Honestly, I don't like making ads anyway, right? So then it became, if I go through this process of making ads and stuff, and then I don't sell nothing, I still didn't get no money, but they got free exposure. So this afternoon, I was checking my email, and I got something where somebody sent me something, and they were like, oh, we'll give you 20% commission. So I went to ChatGPT because I was almost that tempted. And I said, hey, ChatGPT, listen, I've been getting a lot of collaboration invites, right? To, promote products. And the thing is this, none of them are offering any money, just commission. And frankly, I don't see the value in doing that because I'm the one with the followers. I make the content every day. People, they respond, they engage on my videos, they share my videos. So what's in it for me to do ads for them for free just to get free stuff? Should I even do that? Is it unreasonable for me to think that I should be asking for money? This is why I tell y'all to use AI. You know what AI said? AI said, nope, ain't unreasonable at all. And you need to stop collaborating for free. Bam. Sure did. AI said that. The computer said that. The computer said stop doing that. You already have the followers. You post consistent content. You have engagement. You have all the other things. These companies, they have budgets for marketing. But guess what? Guess what else it said? They got budgets for marketing, but they don't like to pay. Listen, that's the computer, okay? Because see, those companies are talking to it too. Catch it. That was the computer. Sold them out like chicken change. Said they got money. That's what the computer said. Essentially, ChatGPT said they got it. They got it. Stop working for these people for free. It said from now on, don't do any more collaborations if they don't pay you. And here is messaging that you can send them right back if they send you something offering you a non-paid collaboration deal. Yup, the computer said that. Now I'm telling you, as an individual, I would have talked myself out of that. I would have just kept doing free, collaborations, thinking I'm getting over because they sending me something for free. When in fact, you're never getting over for getting it for free. The company is always winning because they're getting free exposure. They didn't pay at all. They just gave you a product. It's not a loss for them. They write that off. So nope. Okay, sis. But I'm like, listen, use AI. Because AI is going to be way more objective sometimes than we will be, because it ain't going to be emotional. It just looked at the numbers. Yep. I was taught nothing in this world was free either, Zarvis. But with social media, you can get a little jaded. Can I be honest? Because in your mind, you think, I need 1 million followers. And if I don't have 1 million followers and 10 million likes, what leverage does little old me have? But I'm telling you, in talking to AI more, AI has said to me outright, quiet as kept, smaller creators have more leverage. That's what AI says. And they said smaller creators tend to have more leverage because smaller creators tend to have a more engaging audience. And ultimately, that is the thing that brings in the money. Oh, congratulations, Julie, about publishing your first Amazon KDP book. Awesome. And you can find so many tutorials on YouTube to publish books. So many tutorials on YouTube to publish through Amazon KDP. That is awesome. Yes, self-publishing. Listen, you said AI helped diagnose a condition my doctors couldn't figure out. Now my doctors and specialists, look at that. See, sometimes you need another perspective, another view. You know what I mean? And that's what I use AI for. That's why I can't wait till we do the AI session at the end of the month, because I talk to AI all day, every day. If you're a content creator, have AI review your content. Say, hey, AI, here are my top 4 most popular videos with the most views. I want to recreate these videos again, but make them even better. Can you give me suggestions or scripts for these videos? Bam, y'all better go make that money. Y'all better go make that money. Yes, that's how I see AI. AI is an assistant. AI is a writing partner. AI is a coach. That's how I look at AI. That is how I look at AI. I use it as it's a resource. It's leveling. That's why I told y'all this is a gold rush right now, because AI is leveling the playing field again. The little man versus the big man. And knowledge is what separates us. That's what gives us the fucking leverage. All day, every day. It's helping you with AI, is helping you with your gardening and duckling care. See, listen, I love AI. AI is something I use consistently. And the more you talk to it, the better it gets. The more it understands you. Because I be bombing mine out sometimes like, what? Nah, I don't like that at all. And stop using the word y'all. Look, because I say y'all a lot. I get mad at it. Like, just because I say y'all don't mean you get to say y'all like I do. And it'll say no taking. But the beautiful thing is, it doesn't get in its feelings about it. You know, I can say those things and I'll be okay. But use AI to your advantage. To those of you who make content, use AI to help you make content. Say, hey, I had this one video. It was really great. I got a shitload of views with it. I want to make 10 more videos around that kind of same subject so I can continue to get some great views. Can you give me a captivating and inspiring hook for the first 3 seconds of the video? Bam. And ChatGPT is going to give you that. And you're going to have what you need. Oh, you prefer yous instead of y'all. But that's why I'm just telling y'all to really try it. Use AI. Whether it's to start a business, honestly, I think one thing that everybody should try to do is some level of content creation. Even if it's just you showing how you do something. You don't have to be in the video. Yeah, you can upload a video to ChatGPT. You can upload videos. You can upload files. You can have it comb websites. All that type of shit. All that type of shit. All of it. You can have plain language conversations with it. You can have technical conversations with it. You can get it to do data. That's on June 30th. We're going to do our AI discussion. And the June 30th live that evening on the PM live, when I come on 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time that evening, that afternoon, that's when we're going to talk about AI. AI is fun. AI is fun, awesome, and it's going to change a lot of people's lives. I'll just say this. I was already using AI before I started really doing content creation. I didn't really start doing content creation hardcore till about March. It's now only June. But once I start really leaning into using AI to help me and guide me, check out my account today. I got multiple videos going viral today. Now but I want to be clear. AI doesn't give me an idea. Like I come up with ideas or concepts and things I want to talk about. And then I talk to it and then I tell it, this is what I want to talk about. This is how I want to talk about it. These are the points I want to make. This is the data or other statistics or other supporting information I have. And, craft me something together. Just most people don't notice because I don't say word for word what AI says, but it helps me to make my thoughts be more cohesive, to tie them in better, because I have a tendency to be very scattered if I'm not careful. So it just helps me to be more cohesive and directed and to use my time better. Because when I do that, AI will say to me, hey, I can make 10 more videos on this. You want to do that so you can have content to last you for the rest of the week on this? For sure. I would have gotten too overwhelmed on my own to do that. But I do content stuff all day. I literally work on content all day long. It is really because I find it interesting. I love the research. I love learning. So I'm always learning something, reading something, and that's what makes me want to go do videos and share things with people that people may not have known about. Because again, everybody got a life. So I like to read about it and then give my own spin or opinion on it. And quiet as kept, a lot of the times I'm going, I know I'm not the only one that's thinking this way. So I'm going to try this out and see who else is thinking like this. And usually what ends up happening, people go, you know what? I was thinking that too. Make your content. That's the only thing I can tell you. Make your content and change your life. When I first started TikTok, I was only making maybe, I think my lowest month in the beginning was when I really started doing it. Like I said, about March. April, I got my first thing. I think it was 30 something bucks. Once I started really taking it seriously, just be consistent. Post every day. You don't have to post a lot of videos a day. I do a lot because I tend to have all these different things I want to say. I get up in the morning, I shoot all my videos, and then I'm going to pop them out throughout the day. Except if it's something that hits me and I'm I got to make a video about that. Yeah, I can't sit on that till tomorrow. But since I started from where did I put that phone? I think my lowest payout At some point, I got like 200 and something bucks. Now, easily getting over 2,300 a month. That doesn't even count lives. Hey, Hancock. That doesn't even count lives. Miss you too. Doesn't even count lives. Doesn't even count video gifts. Doesn't count subscriptions. Doesn't count Patreon. Doesn't count any other things that I do. TikTok Shop, none of that. That's just videos. That's why I say make your damn content. You can say all day, every day that, and even to the people who say that ain't no money, shit, it's more than you had. That's how I look at it. Shit, I was taught to pick up pennies off the ground because pennies add up to dollars. So people can act all brand new if they want to, but just be consistent. That's all I can tell y'all. Just be that's all I do. I'm just consistent. I'm not perfect, but I am consistent. And just do that. This is one of those times where I say it outright. I'm telling you, as somebody 50 years old, this is another gold rush. Content creation and AI are gold rushes. So if you don't want to use AI, do content creation. And if you really want to soup it up and amp it up a notch, do content creation combined with AI. One of the reasons why I started a Substack was because I love blogging, but I didn't want to be responsible for managing people's privacy and personal information. So AI says set up Substack. Bam. That way you can still blog, you can still do all of it, but you're not responsible for the safety and protection of people's personal information. Substack will do all that for you. And they already have a locked-in audience. Oh, I can't wait for quantum computers either. This is a beautiful, oh, what a time to be alive. I'm serious. We are in a fabulous time. Use it to your advantage, everybody. So we're going to have, like I said, we're going to, on June 30th, at the 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, TikTok Live, we are going to talk about AI. On June 14th, 9 p.m., for those of you who wanted to talk about the movie discussion, It Follows. We're going to have that movie panel for It Follows. So make sure you watch the movie if you haven't watched it already, because you need to watch it. Okay? Check out also my Straight No Chaser podcast. The link is in my bio. The podcast is available on YouTube, Spotify, and Patreon. Check it out. Thank you all so much. Also, check out, what else did I say? And yeah, and then we got the new morning show going to be starting streaming on YouTube. I had to move that date to June 23rd because I'm still trying to get this computer situation straight. I'm still trying to get it straight. Bear with me, you guys. I will get it. But I got to get that straight first. Otherwise, it'll just be choppy. I want to say thank you all so much for joining me this evening. Look, we got 54,000 likes. Thank you all so much. I appreciate the likes, the shares, the gifts. I thank you so much. I'm going to start wrapping up tonight. Look, I got to cook. My husband, he already started the potatoes, I think, because I smelled them in the air. But I got to go ahead and cook this fried chicken tonight. Because, look, I'm hungry and the child wants chicken. I took out those chicken breasts and I'm making us some Popeyes chicken sandwiches tonight. Listen, they're cheaper than Popeyes, but they taste like Popeyes. Okay. I love you guys. I wanted to say thank you all for the gifts, and I want to give a shout out to my top 5 gifters because I always do this every live. Thank you, number 1, beautiful storyteller. Thank you, beautiful. Number 2, beautiful Kiana Black. Number 3, beautiful Living Life. Number 4, beautiful Soyana. Number 5, beautiful My Dog is Charlie. And I want to send a special shout out to handsome Afro Teino. I hope I said that right, handsome. Thank you all so much for your evening. Enjoy your beautiful evening. I will be back on TikTok tomorrow morning. I'm going to be on here early tomorrow because it's Friday. So I'm going to help you get... Is it Friday tomorrow? Look, y'all know I do this shit. Look. Yes, it is. Look, this what happens when you ain't got no job. Catch it. Sadness. But I'll be on here early live tomorrow to help you guys get ready for work. I love you guys. Listen, I'm going to end it like I ended all my lives. Don't let nobody live rent-free in your head. Don't feed the trolls, and you can accomplish anything you put your mind to as long as you stay consistent. Peace. Love you guys. See you tomorrow morning.